So in physics we have base quantities and we have derived quantities. Okay. So base quantities are this set of 7 physical quantities, and derived quantities are those quantities that can be derived from these 7 quantities. Okay. Can you give some examples for derived quantities? See, consider speed. How can we measure speed? Speed is equal to distance by time, right? And unit of distance is meter, unit of time is second. So unit of speed is meter per second. Again, meter is a base quantity, second, time is also a base quantity. So speed is derived from a base quantity, so it's a derived quantity. Again, another example, acceleration. What is the unit of acceleration? Acceleration unit is meter per second square, right? Again, meter, unit of length is a physical base quantity, and second, unit of time is also a base quantity. So acceleration is a derived quantity, right? So like this, and similarly density. What is the expression for density? It is mass per volume, or its SI unit is kilogram per meter cube, right? So kilogram, it is the unit of mass. Again, it's a base quantity. Meter is the unit of length, which is a base quantity. So density is derived. The unit for density is obtained from the base quantities, hence it is a derived quantity. So similar examples are there in physics. Try to find it out. Okay. Many examples are there. So I have just listed some of the examples. So area, volume, all can be considered as derived quantities. Area is L square, length into length, or length into breadth. Then volume is length into breadth into height, that is meter cube. So it is the unit of length, which is a derived quantity. Volume and area are derived quantities. Now, actually different countries adopt different system of units. In India, we will tell 1 meter, but in America, they may be thinking about 1 feet. So, if different countries follow different system of units, it will be difficult for the scientist to communicate their ideas across the globe. So, scientists began to think about a common system of units which can be internationally accepted, and which leads to the concept of SI system of units, or the full expansion of SI is Systeme Internationale. Okay, it's there in your textbook, so just go through your textbook. So SI unit, it's an internationally accepted system of units, SI system. Okay, and apart from this, we have different system of units. So just look at this table. Here you can see FPS system. In FPS system, length, the unit for length is foot, unit for mass is pound, unit for time is second. In CGS system, unit for length is centimeter, for mass it is gram, and for time again it is second. In MKS system, for length it is meter, for mass it is kilogram, and for time it is second. Okay, so these are the different system of units, and the internationally accepted system of units is, it is SI unit system. Okay, and you know the SI units of our physical quantities. So if there are 2 types of physical quantities, that means base quantities as well as derived quantities, there must be 2 types of units too. So first one is base or fundamental units, and the other one is derived units. So what do you mean by base or fundamental units? It's very easy. Base or fundamental units are the units of base quantities or fundamental quantities. So can you give examples for base units or fundamental units? Yes, meter, kilogram, second, Kelvin, candela, mole, all are examples for base units or fundamental units. And what will be the examples for derived units? Meter square, meter cube, meter per second, meter per second square, right? Then volt, then joule, then kilogram per meter cube. All are examples, etc. Infinite units are there. So all these are examples for derived units. Apart from all these units, there are two other units, which is known as the plane angle and solid angle. So in the figure you can see, in the first figure actually, here you can see one angle d theta. So we are considering a circle here. The circle is something related to plane. So angle d theta is found out using the arc radius relation, and you are familiar with this relation. You had studied this relation in your class 10 maths. So what is the plane angle, or what is the expression for any angle? Angle is equal to arc length by radius, right? So here, which is the arc length? This ds is the arc length. And what is the radius? Radius is this distance, that means r. So what will be the expression? ds by r, arc length by radius. This is the expression for plane angle. And what is its unit? Its SI unit is radian or rad, or simply r. Okay. So this is plane angle, which forms one unit. And the another unit is solid angle, and solid angle is something related to a three-dimensional structure. So if you consider a sphere like this, and if you consider half of the sphere, see, this is the center of that sphere, and this forms the radius. And if you consider a small section here, this forms the area of that section. And the angle subtended by this portion is known as the solid angle, that is d omega. Solid angle is denoted by d omega. And what is the expression for d omega? The formula or expression for d omega is dA by r square. What is dA? dA is the area intercepted by this portion, that is dA divided by r square. And r is the radius of this part. Okay, so r square, and its unit is steradian. Unit of this solid angle is steradian. Okay, steradian, and its symbol is SR. So apart from the 7 base units and the derived units, we have 2 more units, that is plane angle and solid angle. Plane angle is d theta equal to ds by r, and its unit is radian or rad or r. And the solid angle is dA by r square, that is d omega, and its unit is steradian or SR. So this is about units and measurement. I hope you might have understood the importance of units and measurement in physics, not only in physics, in science. Okay. So that's all for today's session, my dear children. I am concluding my session. The notes of the topic and a YouTube video have been uploaded. Soon after this session, please do watch the YouTube video so that the concepts will be much more clear to you. And there will be a small test followed by this session. Attend the test and post me the answers quickly. We will meet in the next session. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Thank you.